Hello, welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. Tonight I'll be doing Capper Comparison Picks for UFC Vegas 70. I know guys, it's been a real long time since I did a video. What can I tell you? Life's been busy. I used to be, my job, I used to be an assistant to a guy. They fired the guy, now I'm a one-man army. Now I gotta do his job and my job. Therefore I haven't had enough time to do videos. But I keep doing the Friday night live stream, so tune in for that. But anyway, I did find some time to do a quick Capper Comparison Pick video for the main events of UFC Vegas 70. It's a mediocre card, so we got some debut fighters on here, and we have some very close fights. That's why I gotta put this one up there, because for honestly, all three of these I had trouble picking which side. I don't know. I'm on the fence. For every single one of these, I have an argument for every guy and for reasoning to win. But that's why I do this show where I compare my favorite handicappers picks side by side. You'll see as I do it, because I have to go through the spiel again because it's been so long since I've done a video. But anyway, let's get on with this. We're going to start this show off with the who's a heavyweight fight between Augusto Sakai taking on Don'Tale Lord Kong Mays. Don'Tale Mays comes in here as the underdog, plus 115. These odds come from Bet Online as of yesterday. I set this up, I was gonna do this last night, but by the time I got around to it, I was just wiped out. That's what a real job will do to you. It'll wipe you out by the time you get home. But anyway, Don'Tale Mays comes in as a plus 115 underdog. Augusto Sakai, as of yesterday, he was the favorite at minus 135. Augusto Sakai, coming out of Brazil, he trains over American Top Team, ATT. Stand up. He comes in with a record of 15-5-1. Taking on Don'Tale Mays. Don'Tale Mays fighting out of Jackson Wink. He's been at Jackson Wink for eons. But little fact about Don'Tale Mays: he's been the main training partner of John Jones in his preparation for Cyril Gane. And Don'Tale Mays does have experience fighting Cyril Gane. And actually, if you look back at the fight, as Cyril Gane was wiping through everybody, he did have a little bit of resistance coming from Don'Tale. Don't Tell. It used to be Don't Tell Mays, but now it's Lord Kong, which is cool. But let's talk about the favorite first. Augusto Sakai. Both these guys are 31 years old, so no difference there. Don'Tale Mays will have the size advantage. He is 3 inches taller, and he's got 4-inch reach advantage, which means this much, 2 inches on each fist. That's how that works. But anyway, still a slight advantage. And appearance-wise, Don'Tale Mays is the more athletic-looking guy. He's got larger, more defined arms, chest, muscular build. Augusto Sakai, he looks kind of like a bag of milk a little bit. I'm not saying he is, but he doesn't look as in good physical appearance, like athletic appearance as Don'Tale Mays. But let's talk about Augusto Sakai as the favorite. He is coming off four fight losing streak, but he's been losing to upper echelon guys. That's why I think he's the favorite here, because his competition's been that good. Most recently, he lost to Sergey Spivak. Sergey Spivak did take care of him round 2 with a ground and pound. Keep that in mind too, because he's been through a little bit of he's been weathered. He's been through a couple tight. Listen, before that, Tai Tuivasa knocked him out. Punches, round 2. TKO there. Before that, Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Man, UFC did. Augusto Sakai's manager is not good, just setting him up with these killers. But Jairzinho Rozenstruik took him out. He only had 1 second left in the first round, but yeah, 4 minutes, 59 seconds of round 1 took him out with punches. Again, TKO there. And before that, he went all 5 rounds, but he got knocked out in the 5th round, ground and pound to Alistair Overeem. Took a lot of damage. All 4 of those fights in his last 5 that he lost, his most recent losses, all 4 he took major damage. The fight before that, he did win a split decision to Blagoy Ivanov, but a lot of people have been saying that was kind of a robbery. So, man, I don't know. Minus 135, the favorite here, coming off 4, maybe should have been 5 losses in a row. Keep that in mind. Taking on Don'Tale Mayes. Don'Tale Mayes, sometimes you're going to get a division, like a collegiate wrestler, like he was against Josh Parisian. He was, okay, Don'Tale Mayes, it's kind of like the flip of what's going on with Augusto Sakai. 5 fights ago, he lost to Cyril Gane, but who hasn't, you know? And he did get heel hooked in round 3, but he was holding his own right through until round 3. You got to keep that in your head too. After that, he took a loss to Rodrigo Nascimento, rear naked choke round 2. But he can get caught in rear naked choke by Rodrigo Nascimento and not have shame in that. It's not gonna, you can't go home and cry about that one. It's not a bad loss to have. After that, he took care of Rocky Martinez, unanimous decision. After that, he had probably his best performance, I think, ever, where he pulled out, he became a wrestler, and he looked like an amazing wrestler, beating Josh Parisian by crucifix to face hump. He, for real, watch that fight. He was literally face humping him while Josh Parisian is laying in the crucifix. He can't even defend the face hump. Just, big Lord Kong, cut it out, Lord Kong. It's hilarious. Check it out if you guys want to laugh, want a good laugh. Most recently, he took a loss to Hamdi Abdelwahab, but it wasn't a loss. It was overturned to a no contest because Hamdi was on methyloninine, I think it's called. Methyloninine is it's definitely a steroid. I think it's kind of like an estrogen blocker, therefore if you block your estrogen, the hormone testosterone takes its place. Therefore, you're going to have more aggression, more testosterone flowing through your blood because the estrogen is blocked. I think that's how that works. And from what I've heard from these cappers, he was on a lot more than that. But Tapology specifically says methylonine, which, if you look it up, I think it is estrogen blocker. But a lot of these cappers are saying he was on a pile of different steroids. But it doesn't matter because steroids are not. Hamdi isn't. What was that? His UFC debut? He's the Egyptian fighter. It was his UFC debut. He shouldn't have looked that good, regardless of I don't care if he was on Adrenalstein and every steroid that you can think of to make him better, because the skill set I don't know. That was a poor performance for Don'Tale Mayes. I lost money on that. That's ridiculous. But it was turned to a no contest way after I lost my money, so there's no getting that back. Anyway, Jackson Wink, like I mentioned, he is with John Jones, getting him prepared for Cyril Gane. Also, John Jones has been working with Maurice Green, crochet boss or something like that. Maurice Green, I don't even know if he has a UFC contract anymore, but at one time he did. And so you got to consider those 3 heavyweights are messing around with each other down in Albuquerque at Jackson Wink. So that's pretty good for Don'Tale. Lord Kong, Don'Tale Mayes. Let's get to the beef for this and see what the cappers have to take. We're going to start with Augusto Sakai, taking Augusto Sakai. We've got, man, it's been such a long time I've done one of these shows. I forget how to do it. Taking Augusto Sakai, we've got my buddy Cody from Blood Money MMA Bets. Blood Money is actually right now. By the time this airs, it's going to be done. But Blood Money is doing a live stream right now. Is Wednesday at after 7, and he's doing a live stream with Johnny K Picks. But Blood Money is on the side of Augusto Sakai. Then, however, the guy he's doing a show with, which I wanted to see, but I'm gonna have to watch the replay. Johnny K Picks. Johnny K, also a good friend of mine, I like to say, is on the side of Dontel Mays. That's why I wish I was in there for the live chat tonight, because I could contribute to the conversation. That's a good one. And Johnny K thinks Dontel Mays is going to get the knockout over Augusto Sakai. He's going to find that nice punch to take care of it. Then, taking Augusto Sakai the favorite, we've got the Fight Night Pick brothers, Matt and Craig Allen, both of them. So I just write FNP Fight Night Picks. Both of them are in agreement that Augusto Sakai should win there. Then we've got MMA Jesus, a.k.a. Dev the Dude. He was Dev the Dude first. Now he's going by MMA Jesus, 316. He's also on the side of Dontel Mays and his buddy Sal the Red. Sal, these guys are great. They do their prediction videos weeks, like a full week before the fight, a full week before anybody else even does their predictions. So I love that. And finally, for the tiebreaker, we have another duet. We want picks. That's right. Angelo and Jacob. I really enjoy their show. There's so many cappers I want to put on here, but like I said, time restraints prevent me from doing it how I used to do it. But we want picks. Angelo and Jacob, they're both in agreement on the plus money. We want picks, both Angelo and Jacob, taking Dontel, Lord Kong, Mays, and you know what? When in doubt, go with the capper. Go with the cappers, and the capper majority is taking Dontel Mays. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 3. So I will take Dontel, Don't Tell, Lord Kong, Big Dong, in your face, humping it while you're in the crucifix, Mays, to get it done over Augusto Sakai. Augusto Sakai will have better striking, I think, in the stand-up, more technical striking. However, Dontel Mays has more power. I think his cardio is better because he doesn't look like a bag of milk. And if it goes to the ground, hopefully he can use that same wrestling that he used against Josh Parisian and get the win through wrestling, ground control time. But who knows? We'll find out come Saturday. Moving on. Man, I missed this. Moving on, we've got André Muniz, Sergi Pano, taking on Brendan, all in Allen. This is a very interesting fight here. So, André Muniz, he comes in. Look at this. That line, it opened up at like even, like minus 110 both ways on like a week ago when this fight was first put on Bet Online. You can bet online. You can bet fights way in advance. And I remember looking at this. I'm like, holy shit, it's even odds, minus 110 both ways. But slowly, money's been coming in on Muniz. And now he's a minus 230 favorite as of yesterday. I didn't check it out today, but as of yesterday, minus 230 favorite on Bet Online. Taking on Brendan, all in Allen, plus money, plus 195. Man, that is very attractive. The over and under, the over 2.5 rounds is plus 145. Money, if you think it's going to go past that. And the under is where the bookies have it going, under 2.5 rounds, minus 175. Let's talk about the favorite first in André Muniz. Sergi Pano is the older guy, he's 33. Still prime age, I would say, for middleweights. Brendan Allen, a little bit younger, 27 on the right side of 30, if you want to call it that. Weirdly, Brendan Allen is 1 inch taller. André Muniz has 3 inches more reach, so, I don't know who wins tail of the tape there. I guess we would say Muniz. but then Allen's a little bit younger, so I don't think it really matters when it comes to here. Both these guys are BJJ black belts, but there's level difference of black belts. There's degrees. I don't know which degree they are, but they're both black belts in BJJ. I would assume André Muniz, I see if you check his Tapology, he does have grappling, like submission events in his resume. I do, if you want to call it that. So I want to say, just looking at the last 5, André Muniz probably has better BJJ than Brendan Allen. Let's talk about his last 5. André Muniz fights out of the Tata fight team. Coincidentally, when I lived in Philadelphia, I met Tata before he had a surgery when he was a big chubber, and he came to, I used to go to the Balance Studios, Phil Miglery, shout out. But anyway, Tata came there. He was like, he would come and do like, what are they called? You know, he would come for a weekend, that like twice a year or something. He would just like, ooh, this weekend we have a special guest, Tata. And I forgot his name, was a Huerte Tata or something. Tata Huerte, I forget what it was. But anyway, the Tata fight team. Very good BJJ. Very good BJJ out of Brazil. And that's where Muniz trains at. Brendan Allen training out of Killcliff. Fantastic. Killcliff's one of my top five favorite facilities for training. If I was to rank them, Killcliff would be probably top 3. I really love, used to be known as Sanford. But Killcliff is where Brendan Allen All In comes out of. But we're talking about the favorite first. André Muniz, Sergipano, he's coming off of, man, a big win streak. Dude hasn't lost since 2016, and that was against Azamat Mirzakhanov by, he did get knocked out in 50 seconds of the first round by a punch, but that was 2016, and he hasn't lost since. Let's talk about his last 5. Most recently, he beat Uriah Hall by unanimous decision. I think he took Uriah Hall down, I want to say like 6 times in that fight with ease, but Uriah Hall, he's not really a defensive grappler, so I mean, I think a lot of people could do that. Before that, he beat the former football player from Alabama, Eric Anders. Eric Anders, you might have a NCAA football championship trophy, but this is an individual sport, and yeah, André Muniz armbarred him round 1. Before that, Ronaldo Souza, you know what happened there? He snapped his arm, broke Ronaldo Souza's arm round 1 with a devastating. You can hear the bone break if you watch the fight. You could actually hear it snap. Oh, it's kind of gross. Before that, he beat Bartosz Slavinsky. Guess how? By armbar in round 1. Come on, really? Before that, he beat Antonio Arroyo, whatever. Antonio Arroyo, I'm not very impressed with that guy. He beat him by unanimous decision, but that was a while ago. Since then, just been destroying people with arm bars, and he had that unanimous decision against Uriah Hall, but showed he had phenomenal grappling and wrestling there. Brendan Allen, his last 5. He's doing all right. Most recently, he beat Krzysztof Jacko. That was a very good win. Rear naked choke, round 1. Good job, Brendan Allen. Good job on that one. Before that, he beat Jacob Malkoun. Unanimous decision. Another good win. Before that, Sam Alvey. Rear naked choke, round 2. But Sam Alvey, he fell off like 8 years ago or something. He hasn't won in like 8 years. So, I mean, come on. You know, that's just line him up for the loss. It's crazy. And prior to that, he did lose to Chris Curtis. That was in 2021. But this Chris Curtis, what he was on a nice little win streak there, working with Strickland there over at Extreme Couture or whatever. But anyway, Chris Curtis managed to get him with punches and knees in round 2, taking care of Brendan Allen there. Lost money on that one. And he did surprise me by beating Punahele Soriano before that, but Punahele, as of lately, has not been looking that good. I mean, I think he's on a 3-fight losing streak, if I remember correctly. That was a unanimous decision, so take that for what you will. So, let's see what the cappers have to say regarding André Muniz Brendan Allen, I think you guys may be a little bit surprised. Maybe not, though. Maybe you already seen this coming. But starting out, we've got the Fight Night Pick brothers, Matt and Craig Allen, both on the side of André Muniz. Fight Night Picks. Matt is saying by submission. Probably armbar, right, Matt? I don't know. But New Brunswick, Canada, the Allen brothers, Matt and Craig Allen, are both taking André Muniz to get the win here. Then we've got both Angelo and Jacob from We Want Picks. Both those guys, they said they would not be surprised if Allen wins, but both of them are going to gun to head. If they have to make a pick, they're both taking Muniz. We've got MMA Jesus. I'm gonna write Dev the dude. Dev and Cell's just easier to write Dev and Cell instead of MMA Jesus and Cell. Cell the red, Dev the dude. Both Dev and Cell in agreement. André Muniz should take care of Rip Brendan Allen's arm off. Oh yeah, they're both saying by sub too. Both of them submission. That seems like the way to go. But then we got Johnny K. Johnny K. He's saying this Muniz will get a decision win because Brendan Allen also has a black belt. I don't think it's as good as Muniz's, but still he does have one. And you know who else is saying that? Cody is in agreement with Johnny here on this one. Blood Money also saying by decision for André Muniz, making this a full capper consensus. Man, it's been a while, but I'll do the dance for you. A full capper consensus is when all the handicappers that I present in my show are in agreement that, and taking one side. In this case, all of them think that André Muniz will beat Brendan Allen. So there you have that full capper consensus. I can't go against the full capper consensus. I can and I have, but not in this case. I will not. I'm also going to take André Muniz to get it done. I think he's going to rip Arnold Allen. Or why do I keep saying Arnold Allen? I got to stop that. Brendan Allen's arm off. And if he doesn't, I don't know. Maybe Brendan Allen will be able to survive till a decision. But I don't like that this line grew. I wish I took the bet when it was minus 110 both ways, but I did take it last week in a 5-fight parlay, and I think I got it at a lot closer number, like I think minus 135 or something stupid like that. But I'm pretty confident in Muniz now. But Allen might show up. He could surprise us. He could surprise us. It wouldn't be a shocker if he manages to surprise everybody and get the upset there for plus money. Maybe I'll even hedge that. Probably not though. I'm strong with Muniz. Finally, we got the main event. Nikita Krylov, the minor, representing Ukraine but fighting out of Russia. Probably because of the war thing, Probably because I don't know. That's kind of cringy. Like your country's getting invaded by Russia, but you're going to train at the Rati team in Russia with Russians. I don't know how that works out or anything. Maybe, I don't even know. Maybe it's not. But on his Instagram, he's at the Rati team. Ratay team, it's R-A-T-A-Y, Ratay team, and that is definitely in Russia. He's with a whole bunch of guys that their names end in O-V. So yeah, he's definitely training with a bunch of Russians for the minor, but he represents the Ukraine. Definitely represents the Ukraine because he's Donetsk. In Donetsk, Ukraine was where his former school was. I don't even know. Maybe he's stateside now. I have no idea. But I know on Instagram a few weeks ago he was in Russia training. So 30 years old. He is the favorite here, minus 170. It opened up a little bit nicer at like minus 150, I think, at one point. Ryan Spann comes back at plus 145. Let's see. Nikita Krylov is the former Fight Nights Global Champion, and thus showing he does have what it takes to where he's very good, well-rounded. I'm going to get into Ryan Spann right now, actually. We'll talk about their last 5 in a minute. But Ryan Spann, underdog plus 145. It was a little bit closer. Was tighter at plus 135. I had before. He's going to have the size advantage. He's 2 inches taller, 4 inches of reach advantage. Training out of Fortis MMA in Houston, Texas, I think it is, or Dallas, Texas. Down in Texas, Fortis MMA. Let's talk about Nikita Krylov's last 5 now. Most recently, he beat Volkan Ozdemir, unanimous decision. Volkan Ozdemir is a pretty big dude, and Nikita Krylov was picking him straight up and slamming him down, and he was looking very good. I was impressed by Nikita Krylov against Volkan Ozdemir. That was very impressive. Before that, he beat Alexander Gustafsson. Punches, round 1, 1 minute and 7 seconds. That one, I took the plus money. I took Alexander Gustafsson. It was his comeback fight. He retired and came back and then got beat. Take that for what you will. Prior to that, though, he wanted to play on the ground with Paul Craig. You don't do that. Paul Craig got him in the triangle choke, round 1. He should have known better. That was kind of a stupid fight IQ, but a lot of people fall into that play with Paul Craig if they, if they think their jiu-jitsu is good enough, and it never is, right? But before that, this is a very good loss. He went to a decision with Magomed Ankalaev. Ankalaev, phenomenal. Yeah, and Nikita Krylov went to a decision with him. Prior to that, he beat Johnny Walker with unanimous decision. And I want to throw in, he went to a split decision with Glover Teixeira in 2019, which also stands out to me because that was when Glover Teixeira, I think, was at his pinnacle, at his echelon, at his best. It was like 2019, I think. Well, maybe you could say probably 2021. I don't know. But anyway, Nikita Krylov, pretty good last 5, even in the losses. Magomed Ankalaev, Paul Craig. Like I said, you just don't swim in those waters with Paul Craig because he'll always come out on top on that. Ryan Spann now. Ryan Spann, most recently, dominant performance against Dominic Reyes. He got him with a power jab in round 1, and I remember after the fight, he said he trained hard for this one. I guess the other ones he never did, but his training did pay off in that one. Took my money. I did put it on Dominic Reyes. I've been fading Superman Spann ever since. I'll tell you why. Oh, it's not even listed in here. Ryan Spann had a fight against Sam Alvey. I must have been 6 or 7 fights ago because I don't have it in his last 5. But that fight against Sam Alvey, he looked like a piece of shit on the scales. Like in the weigh-ins, he looked like a shadow. He looked like Walking Dead. He was like, I thought he was going to pass out. And I'm like, this is a definite win for Sam Alvey. Sam Alvey, I think, got robbed. Or did he get choked out or something? No, I think it went to, you know what? Maybe he did get choked out. But I remember I was very unimpressed with Ryan Spann's win there. He might have caught Sam Alvey in a choke late. I can't remember. But I remember I was so salty after that because Sam Alvey should have, I don't know. Maybe I just didn't like Ryan Spann's performance. Probably because I had Sam Alvey at plus money and he took it from me. But anyway, let's get past that. Prior to Dominic Reyes, most recently, he got Ian Cutelaba in the guillotine. So Ryan Spann got a little BJJ in his back pocket as well. Before that, he lost to Anthony Smith. Lionheart Smith got him with a rear naked choke in round 1. Prior to that, he did beat Misha Cirkunov, ground and pound round 1. That's a fantastic win, I think. I like Misha Cirkunov, and that was a good win. Misha Cirkunov he's like a Olympic wrestler, isn't he, or something? Doesn't he have like wrestling, Olympian wrestling background or something? I don't know, whatever. And he did take a loss to Johnny Walker before that by elbows and hammer fists. And that was when Johnny Walker was a different fighter. That was before his SBG Ireland stuff. So Ryan Spann, he's been touch and go. He's been win loss, win loss, win win. You know, it was started with the loss of Johnny Walker, win Misha Serkinov, loss Anthony Smith, win Kutalaba, but Kutalaba, and win Dominic Reyes, power jab where he looked phenomenal. This is close. It could go either way. I'm at a crossroads, and that's why I do the show. So let's see what the cappers have to say in regards to this. Ryan Spann is the bigger guy here, 2 inches of height, 4 inches of reach. It may come into play here. Ages, Krylov 30, Spann 31. No big difference when it comes to that. So, you know, neck and neck pretty much. Let's start with the favorite. Who's taking favorite? We've got Angelo and Jacob from We Want Picks, both of them on the side of the minor out of the Ukraine, but really out of Russia now, and Nikita Krylov. Then we've got taking Ryan Spann. We've got Dev. Dev says by KO, and Cell, both taking Superman Ryan Spann. Then we've got back over here, Fight Night Picks. Matt and Craig Allen, both in agreement. Krylov should get the victory here. Jump over here. We have Johnny K. I gotta see if I can catch their end of their show. I might still be able to. I don't know. It's gonna be close. But I probably will, because they read every single chat out loud on their live streams, which is great. Good for them. Johnny K said a knockout first or second round for Ryan Spann. That could happen. He's got that power. He does. I think Krylov though has got durability. I think he's a little durable. So and finally for the tiebreaker, we've got Cody Blood Money MMA Bets, and he's saying for the tiebreaker he's going with Nikita Krylov. Blood Money. Cody thinks Krylov will get the win. And he's taking the under. It's -50 for the under 1.5. This is a 5-round fight, guys. But Ryan Spann, listen to this, his last 5. Dominic Reyes, round 1, jab, win. Ian Kutalaba, round 1, guillotine, win. Anthony Smith, round 1, rear naked choke, loss. Misha Serkinov, ground and pound, round 1, win. And Johnny Walker, round 1, elbows to hammer fist. If he's winning or losing, it's happening in round 1, and that's why the bookies have it set at 1.5 rounds, even though it's a 5-round fight as a main event. They all go 5 rounds. Personally, I think it's gonna go over this 1.5. Take that plus money. But I don't usually bet the over/under. I just put it up here, but that might be an interesting play. Anyway, Blood Money, he's taking the under. Here, he thinks it's going to happen in round 1 finish for Krylov. So there you have it. To recap. Time check. Where are you? Where are you? I haven't done a show in a month, and you're hiding upstairs. Oh, you're in your cubby? Yeah? Recap! Time check! Time check. Yeah, I erased your picture. It was all weird. I had to remove it. So, anyway. Oh, by the way, I'm taking Nikita Krylov with the capper majority. I think he's the better fighter. And something about Ryan Spann, that fight against Sam Alvey, it was just... He might have, I think he did win by a choke or something. I can't remember, but I remember the weigh-ins. He was so, it just, how you gonna look so crappy in the weigh-ins and then come out on top? Well, that happens. And I'm still salty about that. But smiling Sam Alvey. But anyway, to recap, I've got Dontel, Lord Kong Mays, beating Augusto Sakai. I think probably I would say method. Tough one, but I think it's gonna probably be a finish. I want to say rounds. I think he's gonna get a TKO. We'll say round. I want to say round 1, but you know what? I'll give benefit of the doubt to Augusto Sakai. He is that American top team, but the bag of milk, I don't like how he looks. So I'm gonna say round 2, TKO round 2, method victory. Then I'm taking André Muniz to submit Brendan Allen. Brendan Allen, I think because he has black belt, I think he's gonna be able to. In his head, he'll be like, I can go to the ground with this guy. What's going to happen? He's going to be scrambling. After he gets, he might have the better wrestling, but not submissions. What's going to happen? I think it's going to go to the ground. There's going to be scrambling. Brendan Allen's going to scramble to try to get up, turn and give his back up or something, or his arm, and Muniz is going to grab that arm or that neck and get the submission. I'm going to say sub round 2 again. Round 2. When in doubt, just go midway. Round 2. And finally, I got Nikita Krylov. I think he's going to hand Spann. And that one, I think he's also going to get a finish. Spann will get finished. But Spann just all or nothing seems like his last 5. But man, I like that plus money. So I'm going to just be on a dare. I'm going to say round 2 for Nikita Krylov by TKO. So there you have it. Gather the info. Place your bets and cash those tickets. Thanks for tuning in. I know it's been a while, but I am going to try to, I guess I'll just have to try to make some more time, even though my workload is substantially grown, 3 times of what it used to be back when I was doing videos every day. That's why, but stay tuned for tomorrow, because I do videos live stream. I do live streams every Friday with BC Dave, where we go over their entire card as we watch the face-offs. And that's when we make our Tapology picks and our 3-leg parlay of the night. Last week it didn't win because we missed by 1 fight. I think it was we threw an underdog in there. We threw Jim Miller. We thought Jim Miller might have had a shot against Alexander Great Ape Hernandez, but no, came up short. But anyway. Thanks for watching, guys. Good luck on your bets, and hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow, Friday, in the live stream. It'll probably be around 9 o'clock Eastern time, so hope to see you guys there. Hey, if you're there and you win Dave's Tapology group 921, sorry Dave, I keep forgetting that number. I think that's it, but BC Dave's Tapology group, if you win that and you participate in chat tomorrow, you can win a free t-shirt. We do give them out. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Good luck on your bets. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.